We are live with session 13, Embers of the Phoenix. What are we doing today? What happened last time? Anyone?
Whitney was apparently trying to cast a spell in real life there. So last session feels like a blur, maybe because I'm in a post-work haze.
Do you want help?
I could actually use the help here, and yeah.
So Ron was working on finishing some items for us. We sold some magical chainmail, and ended up making a deal with the shopkeeper, Merrick. We said we would use him as our kind of go-to shopkeep, so we're able to get more money for the chainmail. We got 1,000 gold instead of 750, I think. And then we went and met with Tristan, and had to use an Elvish password to get in. We found a secret door in his library. He was a very nice host. We talked about, I forget how to pronounce the name, Miaf?
Yeah, Miaf.
Miaf. And he said he wasn't playing by the rules. It's pretty unusual for a vampire to be kidnapping. We talked about the zombie army. Tristan explained that he has loyalty to the Maldonia ruler, and would prefer that the vampire go through justice, that Meowth go through vampire justice instead of the regular court system. But we compromised and agreed that we would bring him in front of Bissy. Ronald explored in Tristan's library a bit, looking at a book that had some Arcan symbology, but it was written in Necrol. Judge G had identified the language and was very sneaky, trying to not let us know all of the languages he knows. The book apparently serves as a warning to not get involved in bad deals. We learned a bunch of information about vampires, and that Meowth is working with a crew of 5 or 6 other vampires. He is a sorcerer. The others, there's a cleric, fighter, wizard, and war priest, and the group goes by the name Hydra. Then we went back. Judge G finally admitted all the languages that he knows. We talked some about our favorite metals and hobbies. We get asked if we want to farm with seeds, and then he takes drugs. And then Judge G and Ron started planning an unnecessary intervention. Ron spent some time starting to magically enhance our weapons because we realized we hadn't done that. We decide to get our mithril shields polished, and we get holy water in preparation for the vampires. And apparently Judge G and Zoo did a side quest about Lafuga doing some recon for the project, which involves attempting to redirect a city inspector.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Since it seems like Judge D is preoccupied, what does the rest of the party want to get up to today? Perhaps he's doing some more recon on this whole thing?
Probably so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the meantime, Ronald has been working on the last remaining belt, which is the belt for Zoo. The belt of dexterity.
Very nice.
And yeah, it will be finished at the end of this day, assuming nothing gets in the way. But I suppose I could meet with everybody. Aye, so what'd you end up finding out?
The quest was we gotta misdirect some city inspector.
Aye, right. Why? Is this one of those things where I should know?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. basically, there's like a maybe shady factory that we gotta cover for. They say they're getting rid of bodies, but like
What?
they say they're from like not suspicious sources, but
Oh, well then.
So they're like a
Excuse me, getting rid
crematorium.
of bodies?
I
Bodies
guess.
of what?
People.
This does not sound like something we should be involved in.
What?
thought
They're,
that's why
they're
you
involved
left.
in cremation.
Yeah, and if they have to guarantee us verbally that they're not from shady sources, that means they are definitely from shady sources.
I don't know. If they say they're not shady, why would we not believe it?
Oh, you just take everything at face value? No.
Everybody needs to have a job. Jobs are important to everyone. Somebody's got to
Right.
get rid of the dead bodies if they need to be gotten rid of.
Yeah, doesn't the city have like official facilities to handle that?
Cremation usually costs some kind of money.
Oh, and these people are just doing it out of the generosity of their heart?
I don't know.
That seems unlikely. I want to look into this facility, see if I can, I don't know, find anything in terms of like local business filings or ask around or... It's concerning.
Yeah, you want to start going around asking around about this?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. What do you want to do? You want to go, like, look up in the libraries or the public records, just like anything you can find about this place?
Yeah, I think I would start at the library and then I might ask Gabby about it too to see if, you know, he has any insights on either the facility itself or who might have insights that I could talk with.
Hmm.
And Goblin, I'll say, I don't remember it being that you had some kind of great ability for research.
Okay, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. Just because y'all don't care about, oh yeah, mysterious body cremations, like,
You learned.
I did. It took some time, but I did it.
you did what?
You don't recognize the language I'm talking in?
You're talking in Goblin, so?
I didn't do that a couple of days ago.
Oh, congratulations. I feel like the primary concern here is this mysterious body burning place, so I'm not too concerned with what language you're speaking. I can understand you, that's all that matters.
A crematorium is just a normal place.
Oh yeah, I got one in my backyard, super normal. Run of the mill.
They're probably doing stuff on the cheap, and they're probably selling off pieces of it.
Yeah, that sounds illegal. You think they have a license to do this?
Listen,
I'm gonna find out.
sometimes you have to operate a little outside of the legal system.
No, that's not how I operate.
Wouldn't you agree that's kind of how we're operating right now?
That's a different situation. We're still operating within a system, and I believe that system has more legitimate authority in some ways than the system that's actually in power.
Just sounds like you're making up reasons to be on one side and not the other.
Sounds like you're being grumpy.
I've been working a lot. This language took a lot to learn.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't thoroughly congratulate you. We'll
Thanks.
have a party later. Oh, you know what? I'll get you a cheese plate to celebrate. A special riddle just for you to celebrate you learning Goblin.
I'm gonna build a nice place for your body when you pass on. I won't let it go to the fiery inferno.
Oh my god, I'm gonna outlive you.
What? Nonsense, I'm gonna outlive you. I probably already have by a large margin. When we were born, like 20 whole years ago. Oh,
That means who
person.
is going to live from now?
I'm gonna
who's
live at
gonna die
least 100
first?
more years.
I mean, I don't know. If you're getting into business with all these shady people, that may not be the case.
Not getting into business with them.
What would you call Zoo and Judge G doing a job for them?
A private job that I'm not involved in.
Oh, yeah, it only affects two of the people with whom you work most closely.
Hey.
Totally unrelated to you.
Their risk. If it starts to come back at me, plausible deniability.
Anyway, I'm going to the library. You all are welcome to come with or stay here.
I gotta keep working.
I
That
got
comes
nothing
in.
better.
Can we bring Judge G in spirit and take advantage of whatever skills he has?
Sure. Yeah. But did you want to talk to Gabby first, or you want to do that later?
I think I would probably talk to Gabby first.
Sure. Yeah, you can meet up with him. He'll join you at a table in the tavern area. There's no need for super secret discussions. You'll just basically ask about this location. You'll point out the map. He'll shake his head. Haven't heard about this at all. No idea what this is.
You know anyone who might know kind of business licenses or about crematoriums or about somebody named Lafuga?
Sounds like an orcish name. Sounds like I've heard it before, but can't recall where. Is he running this operation?
Zoo?
Do I know if he's actually running it or just like a part of it?
I guess you don't really know. He seemed to be in charge-ish when you were there.
Maybe at least work there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about all that, but in terms of finding out if they're properly licensed, you can easily look that up. You'll have to go into the keep for that, though, and make a formal request. I don't know if you want to be putting your names down, and I mean, it's not a big deal. A lot of people do it, but if I were you, I would
any
have...
other way to find that information?
If you wanted to keep it secret, I could get one of our contacts to do it for you and let you know in a few days. But
Yeah, that would be great.
All right. I'll get it done. I'll let you know when I find out.
Thanks, Gabby.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think now I'll head to the library.
And yeah, what do you want to find out in the library? What are you looking for? Just like any public records of this place, or?
Yeah, so public records of this particular business or of anything I can find that was like previously on the land.
Judge D would look for Lafuga to see if there's like anything about Lafuga as a person. See if maybe that's a known name or common like person.
Also look into laws around cremating bodies in this area.
Sure. Judge D would know that this isn't like a known name, but you guys know the name. I'll just do a little reminder again that there was a bounty hunter asking for that guy.
Right.
A long time ago. Other than that, you don't know anything about him, and there's nothing like public about him or anything.
Do you have to go through some kind of thing to become a bounty hunter, right? There's like a group you have to join, almost like a bounty hunters guild, because it seems like they all have badges or something, right?
Kinda. It's kind of like a self-regulated institution. It's not like within the law. They just kind of have their own like organization, and they kind of institute their own bounty. There's nothing stopping you from going out and saying, "I'm a bounty hunter," and you're gonna go collect bounties.
Okay, I thought like there was a group that managed the bounty system, and then there are like people who get approved to be on that bounty like network.
There is, but it's not like through the official channels.
I figured it was a private organization. That's why I said guild. It's like the bounty hunters guild.
Yeah, but they're neither sanctioned nor disallowed by the crown or anything.
Right.
They're just kind of like they're allowed to operate and do their thing.
So then, is it possible for Judge D to maybe try to find where like the local bounty hunter guild or whatever it is meets here, so we can find out more about what Lafuga is wanted for?
Yeah, he could do that. But let's do the library stuff first.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to throw that out there because I had the thought and I didn't want to lose it.
Yeah, you can give me a knowledge history, untrained, and you get some bonuses for being in the library. Judge D can make, if he's with you guys, he can make the check too.
Yeah, if he can do that. I'll put it in.
Very nice. Yeah.
Be bad.
With Judge D's help, he will find the right stuff. You'll find that building that you guys went to is currently owned by a company called Morrison & Co. And they are known for binding books.
Oh, that's very different. Interesting.
I forgot what my note-taking program was called for a second there.
Steven's slowly losing his mind.
I've got limited brain resources right now. That's the kind of day today was.
Okay. Do we know, like, is there actually that business operating there currently? Or...
what do you mean? Like, in that building?
Yes.
From your character was there and you did not see any bookbinding. There was a mashing of bones.
Oh, I thought I didn't go.
You were there and you decided not to partake.
Yeah, you basically heard that they were, like, cremating bodies, and you're like, I don't know if this
so
is on the record.
So it's not even, like, it doesn't say, like, bookbinding on the front or something?
No, it was unmarked building. It looked run down from the outside, kind of just abandoned almost.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can we get any information about, like, who is behind Morrison & Co.?
Not from the library. This is sort of the stuff that would come in a few days from Gabby's inquiry into the crown.
Anything we can find out about laws or practices surrounding cremation in this area?
Yeah, you can find the Judge D. I think he even went into some specific knowledges about stuff. Let me just look at his character sheet real quick.
He's got 10 ranks in knowledge cremation.
Just so happens.
He just has that many fucking knowledges, you know?
Yeah, he pretty much has them all except for religion, which is his high. Oh no, not his highest bonus. It's pretty high though, anyway. Yeah, Judge D can make his way around here. He's got, in general, very high knowledges. You can know that the general cremation practice is it's a fully owned crown operation. There's supposed to be no private companies doing cremations or handling bodies or anything like
that. Can we, I don't know, look through old newspapers or anything to see, have there been any people or businesses, fined or charged in the past for doing cremation illegally?
Give me a G100. See if you guys come across.
What's the underground cremation ring going?
Yeah, you don't come across any old archives of any news of this ever being revealed, or at least being newsworthy anyway.
How much does it cost to do cremation through the crown at, if you just want, the most basic?
Not expensive at all. If you just want a standard cremation, it would be silver pieces.
Oh, so interesting. That makes it seem like why would you not go through the crown, right?
Yes. I do want some, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I guess maybe just a standard in check from Judge D, maybe? Or anyone. Let's see what everyone else gets, see if anyone... yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Darn. That means there's more. I want more. Let's see. Do you have other questions?
Anyone else have any other questions, inquiries, while you're at the library, or?
Do is thinking.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, to ask anything you want.
My head is currently empty. I am not gonna think of anything anytime soon.
All right.
So the general cremation process, when it's done by the crown, like, what is it? Like, who delivers the body to there? What is it that they do? What happens then with the ashes?
It's all done. I mean, it's done by some workers of the crown. There's no like specific like people that do it. You just know like you put in your request. They have a certain location where they do it at. It's all employees that work with the government. People usually bring their bodies there. They're identified. A lot of paperwork is filled out to identify them.
So, like, the family would bring the body to the
facility.
They
won't go collect it. You'd bring it there, and then you'd provide whatever documents. Back. Yeah, you would have to get the pre-authorization to bring it here. You give all your paperwork. They check it, make sure it's who it says it is. They identify it with some sort of I don't know what do you call it? A bottom with the thing they do.
Body tag?
No. Coroner's report or whatever. I don't know what you would call that in like ancient times. Basically, they would do they would do that to confirm like it is who you say it is via magical means, since there's no like super advanced science stuff. And if everything checks out, then they perform the thing, deliver the ashes to the family members.
And are there different ways you could have it done? Like, can you pay more to have them turned into a locket, or
you've heard of that being done, but there's nothing like on the books about that.
Okay.
So likely, you could
add-on services.
Yeah, likely when you get there, they would ask you like if you want to do anything more or whatever, but it's nothing like stipulated in anything you're reading.
And you were saying, did I understand it right? The staff use magic to determine like how someone died?
Not how someone died, just to confirm who they were. So, like, if you're coming in, like, this was my brother, he died in some battle outside, they would want to make sure, like, it actually is your brother, and you're not just bringing some random body to them or whatever.
Do they ask for or look into the cause of death at all?
Not usually.
It's a more expensive spell to find that out. So I'd imagine what they would have is very low-level clerics doing a very, like, remedial check to make sure. There's, like, a very simple spell to check to see who a person is. Whereas it's like I think it's a second or third level spell to see how they died.
Yeah, you'll know that it's not, like, said to the people, like, filling out the paperwork and stuff, but you can surmise that they probably do some, like, cross-reference from any, like, missing persons or active like cases, so, like, because obviously if someone like got murdered and like they're reported missing, you'd be like, oh yeah, he was just out in the forest and whatever. Like, they probably will. There's probably some due diligence that's done there, but there's nothing that you're reading in the library that would detail that process.
Right. I also assume they're not gonna like waste the time, keep the limited amount of spells checking literally everybody that comes through. They might do it for a special occasion, but some random, goblin or orc that just comes across the slab, it's just gonna be like, oh, who do you say this is? Yep, whatever. Get it out of here.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else for the library.
All right. You guys want to follow Judge D in his pursuit of this Bounty Hunters Guild? See what he can find out there, or do you guys want to do something else?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's a reasonable next step.
I just need a diplomacy check from anyone in the party or Judge D to locate the whereabouts of this place.
Oh my god.
Too.
Anyone can, yeah, you can help them out. It's just, you'll find it eventually, just how quickly you find the location from people asking around. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, I can actually mark it on your map. They have a... Oh, there's actually other locations I should probably enable at this point as well. I'll just put on this for now.
Well, one of them it's marked, we know what it is, but only out of game. But you don't have the brooch on here. You know where that is now.
Yeah, that's what I was enabling as well.
You earned that one as an unlock. Fucking Holly now trying to mind control people into sexual acts. Oh, for some reason I always thought the Emerald Brooch was in Northgate. We never had it on the other map.
I copied all the locations from the other game, so if it was wherever it was in the other game, it should be the same.
No, I think I just had it in my head that it was Northgate. I don't ever remember seeing it on the map.
Gotcha. And this.
Oh, there's two Tristans. You copy pasted wrong there.
No, I just copy pasted so I don't have to create a new object.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
We're off
Off to the bounty hunters. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can be find your way here after asking around. It's not a secret place or anything.
I think you guys, Judge Dean might actually pick up Ronald for this one as well to do
Sure.
some of the talking.
Yeah, it is. You guys all gather together outside. It is a 2-story wooden building. It looks pretty well kept. You can hear there is a some music inside. A bunch of people chanting some music, which I need to import. Didn't think you were gonna go here today.
We're going in and murdering everyone here, John.
Oh god. I
Surprise?
hope not. Surprise. There we go.
We want to be public enemy number 1 of the bounty hunters.
Let's go. Yeah, so you guys come in here, and it's a little odd. There's just like a bunch of people just singing this like song, like a bunch of like the whole building is like they're all like singing this song as you come in.
Aye, it's good dwarven music.
Yeah, it seems this place is very rowdy today. There's a large number of people in here, a bunch of them looking like sailors of some sort, which is odd. There's no dock here, but there's a bunch of sailors in here, and they're all singing these like shanties, talking about a drunken sailor.
Yeah, I'm gonna head up and take a seat at the bar, because I'm assuming there's a bar if everybody's singing. And
Good morning.
hi, how you doing?
Yeah, the bartender will kind of come on over. Hi, how can I help you?
Looking for a stiff drink.
He'll pour one of the caskets or one of the things down, fill you up a drink, slide it over to you. How about the rest of you?
I'd take a lemonade.
Lemonade?
Yeah. Thank you.
We don't have that kind of drink here. Only alcoholic beverages.
What do you give to children if they come?
Children? Ain't no children be drinking here.
How about you give her one of those elven drinks that's lemony,
Hey.
a limoncello?
We don't serve any of that pansy stuff here. There ain't no elven ale here.
Just a glass of water, please.
Water we can find for you. He'll pour you a glass of water.
Comes
slide
out
it over.
brown.
It is a little discolored. Doesn't it look like it's super clean water?
I'm not gonna drink it.
How about the rest of you?
I'll take whatever.
Whatever. Excellent. You'll see him slip down like all the taps. You'll just like tap all of them like a little bit into the glass, swirl it around, and then slide it to you.
One whatever.
Judge D, what do you think Judge D will be having?
I don't know what Judge D would drink. I don't know if Judge D would drink.
I think Judge D usually has a beer at the bar.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure, he'll give him the same thing Ronald had.
All right, I'm not going to interact with the barkeep too much right away. I think the first plan is to have Judge D look around for whether or not there's somebody in the place that seems to have a relatively, like, consistent flow of people that happen to sit down with them, or if there's, like, a couple of people that do. The idea is, like, is this the kind of place where there are key people that are the actual people giving the bounty hunter jobs? And so there would be, like, you know, somebody would sit down for a little bit, then get up, and somebody new would come along, sit down for a little bit, get up, something like that. Or if maybe the system is more complicated than that. So just the first check is to see whether or not there's somebody or some group of people that are more popular to have new faces show up at their table.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of sitting around observing this, there's a bunch of sailors here for whatever reason, singing their roving songs. There's the minstrel playing the main beat for this, main tune. And you'll notice after like 10-15 minutes, someone comes in spouting the little badge, and you'll kind of walk up to a back room. There's like a door, and he'll just kind of open it and walk in. Everyone else you look around doesn't look like to be a bounty hunter at all. So this is like the first guy that looked like one of the people you've seen before.
Yeah, then I think Ronald will kind of try to get the barkeep's attention somehow.
Yeah. He'll slide on over after a few minutes. Hey, another drink?
Yeah, why not another stiff one? And while we're on the topic of stiffs, what if I got somebody who's stiffed me and I need him found?
Hey,
got a way to get that dealt with?
A bounty. Hey, he'll point to that door you just looked at and he'd say, the business will be in the back room there.
Aye, thank you much. I'll slap my coin down and drink stay here, or can I bring it with me?
You can bring it with you.
All right, then I will take it with me.
Is the party following?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys go into the back room where the door closes, and it's a lot calmer in here. Not many sailors. There's, as you step through the door, there's like 10 to 15 people in this back room here, all with these badges and cloaks, and they'll have a similar kind of outfit to them. They're all talking amongst themselves. There's a big board with wanted posters on them. And there seems to be one main guy that they're all behind a desk that a bunch of them are kind of lined up at and then talking to for a minute or two, sliding over a paper, a bag. The guy looks in the bag, nods, closes the bag up, slides a pouch of coins over, and it seems like people are cashing in their bounties with this guy.
Bad news, everyone. The Queen has changed the law, and bounty hunting is now illegal.
The music stops. They all look at you.
No, sorry, false alarm. Just a joke.
Don't mind him.
The guy at the table kind of looks at the back and sees you all just standing there. He kind of nods to the minstrel to keep playing. And then he turns back and everyone starts going about their business.
Yeah, I'm going to look for like either an empty stall where somebody is collecting where somebody looks like they would collect the money or like turn over the money.
What do you mean?
Where somebody goes, like when somebody goes to collect their money, like if somebody walks away from there, I'm gonna walk over to that person. So I don't really know what the protocol here is.
Sorry, what are you looking for? Someone to collect the money? What do you mean?
So like we see somebody who comes in and they talk to somebody, get their money, and then go. After that person leaves, I'm gonna walk up to.
Oh, there's like 5 or 6 people in front of you, but you could skip the line if you want, or.
No, I'm not gonna skip the line. I'll just get in line and wait.
Yeah, it moves pretty quickly. After like 5-10 minutes, you're up, and then there's this very middle-aged human. He's got this big, long black beard. He's kind of got like a nice little pirate hat on. He kind of postures up as you kind of approach, and he looks at you and says, you don't look like any bounty hunter.
My pal here is really good at finding people, and we were wondering what it takes to get one of those badges and get a bead on a few people.
Wanna be a bounty hunter, eh?
Could be lucrative.
Well, easy enough. he kind of motions to the board. Bring in any bounty, prove your worth, and you'll be given a badge.
How do we find out what they're wanted for?
Kind of thinks for a moment. That's usually not how it works. Many people just see they're wanted and they get them. If you want to know the details, it's usually not how we do our line of work.
I mean, what happens when they're caught?
Depends on what the note says. Dead or alive. You bring him in alive, cuffed, and bring him here. I handle the rest. The wanted, you bring him in dead, just give a proof of the kill, you get your money.
If we bring them in alive, do they stay alive?
Doesn't
Or
matter.
do you guys then kill them later?
Depends on what they did, what they're wanted for.
But we have no way to know that.
Exactly. Ask, don't tell.
You mean, do, don't ask.
Yeah, that one. Listen, we try to be efficient in our work. We don't need to ask any of those questions. You just need to know that they're wanted by the law, and we bring them in. And like I said, if the crown wants them dead or alive, we put that on the board.
Well, that's the key. What we're looking for here is this does go back to the crown ultimately to make the decision. The crown wants them for a reason, and you're out getting them for the crown.
Of course, of course.
That's what I'm curious about. I don't what the crown does is what the crown does. Do the records of who are your bounty hunters get back to the crown in any way? Like, let's say my friend here caught a bounty. Do you guys inform them who caught the bounty, or do you just give the money and call it a day?
Nope. There has been an occasion or two when it's been a high-profile bounty that they'll ask, but usually they don't inquire about who our contractors are.
Do we get to know if that's the case?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So if we were to bring in, say, La Fuga, would there be some kind of notification sent that we did it?
Nope. That's, kind of looks over at the board and squints. Yeah, that's a mid-range bounty. Crown wouldn't be too worried about that. Dead or alive. You bring him in, you get your bounty badge.
All right. What about anybody connected to him?
If they're not on that board, couldn't give two shits about them.
All right. Yeah, then, thank you. We'll be back. I want to go over and see what La Fuga's asking price is on the board.
Yeah, you can go up to the board and look at his wanted price. 8,000 gold, dead or alive.
Oh, wow. All right, then yeah, we can probably head out, I guess. Unless you guys have any other questions.
How much platinum did he offer us for the job?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't either, and there's no notes that D has.
I believe I did give him half, though. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was less than 8,000 gold.
Yeah, I know it was less than 8,000 gold. So yeah, I think I'm done here. If anybody else needs anything more to ask, but I know what I want to say when we leave here.
Yeah, you can head on out. Sailors still singing their rovers, but you can head on through them. And the bar gets rowdier as time goes on, but you guys can find yourself back into the city to do what you wish.
I think it's in our best interest to turn over La Fuga. Sounds like he's worth a lot more money if we bring him in. And if Gabby doesn't know anything about this guy, maybe after a little while he can get us some info. But if Gabby doesn't have anything positive to say, I don't see a reason we help a business that, Osrin, you don't feel good about. And to be honest, that does look kind of like it's got some kind of shady deal in it if it's claiming to be a bookshop. Last I checked, you didn't turn people into books, unless you were some kind of evil necromancer. Let's face it, I think I've had about my fill of necromancy for a little while. Our next job's got to do with vampires. I'm not exactly looking forward to that.
Yep, that's understandable.
All right, well, I'm going to get back at it. If you guys want to decide where you want to go from here, I understand. In the meantime, this belt's almost done. Yeah, I'll head back to the inn and finish up the belt.
Yeah, what would the rest of the party like to get up to?
I don't know that I have anything else particularly in mind before we deal with the vampires.
Well, you can always just hang out in the Bispot or with these sailors in this tavern here. Or just in the markets, look for anything to want to buy or any interesting interactions there. Or anything else you'd like to do.
Go meet some people at the Emerald Brooch.
Sure. You can go back there if you want.
Well, we can probably skip forward a couple of days then until we get Gabby's news. It would probably be good for the party to have some time off after the zombie thing.
Yeah, so the problem is in 2 days is when the Fuga wanted you to do this. So you're just...
okay. Got it. So we need to make a decision without the info from Gabby.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I do not want to participate in or support this job.
Yeah, well, either way, we could fast forward to the evening time if there's anything you guys want to do in the tavern or discussions you guys want to have about your plans for the future.
Yeah, so then in the evening, I'll give the belt over to Zoo. So Zoo, you should have that belt.
Yeah. Cool. What's it do?
Like the rest of them, it'll make you more nimble. Should also make you a little better at aiming that bow.
Ooh.
So if you equip it...
Sorry, did you say it's called the Belt of Dexterity?
No. Dexterity.
Oh, Dexterity.
It has a big Z on it. You guys stand together, it says Doze, or Zod, or Ozd, or Odes.
That's us.
Any riddles wanting to be purchased? Any tomfoolery had tonight, or just inter-party discussions?
I mean, I think I owe Ronald a cheese plate and riddle.
I don't want a cheese plate, and I definitely don't want a damn riddle.
Well, what do you want instead?
Chicken.
You want a chicken plate?
You want a
Yes.
live chicken or a dead chicken?
Why would I want a live chicken? I'm not you.
I'm gonna go up and order, so Ron can't hear, and order a chicken plate with a riddle.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah. You'll get a nice braised chicken, and when the plate comes out with the side of nice taters, some veggies, and a nice little parchment note on top.
I will, stand up and I will flip the plate off the table. What are you doing here? I said no riddle. No riddle.
I will take the riddle then.
Now you maybe ruined this perfectly good chicken.
You did that.
I don't know if it's been poisoned. It's got a riddle in it.
You control your reaction. The reason it's ruined is because you flipped the table and it hit the dirty
Not
floor.
the table. I flipped a plate. I know
Okay,
better
it
than to
hurt
flip
the
a table.
dirty table then.
Big is gonna start eating some of the chicken off the floor.
Big, you can have all of it because he's being ungrateful.
I said no riddle. You made him bring a riddle, didn't you? Are you worshipping Dalek?
Of course. No.
That was a mighty big trick you played on me.
It was not a trick. You were very dramatic.
You tricked me. We agreed to a chicken and no riddle. And you brought me chicken and a
We
riddle.
did not agree to no riddle. We agreed
said
to
no
you would
riddle.
get chicken. Okay, I did not agree to that. You clearly were not listening.
So what would
This-
happen if I just got a live chicken?
I'm gonna read the riddle aloud.
I'm writing it in.
La 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 la. I don't hear it. His mind affecting riddles will not affect me.
There you go.
What speaks in all languages in his writing, and his mouth spits the poison of life or death. It is silent when it rests, and it is deaf like a boy or one of the poor. What the fuck is this one? Yeah, all got any ideas? Specifically asking Zoo and Judge G, 'cause I know Ron is a butt.
Speaks in all languages in his writing.
No, you don't get to participate.
I'm reading this as Judge D.
The phrase deaf like a boy or one of the poor is very odd.
Yeah, I'll say that's just like how it's written, and it's from like a time period where that would mean something, I think. So I would just ignore that part if I were you.
Okay.
But the silent when it rests makes sense. The part after that I just don't get the context of, but that's just what it is. But
Also in his writing.
mm-hmm.
Also poison of life.
Or death.
Well, yes, I know that part. Poison of death would make sense. Poison of life is convenient. I'm gonna have to think on this one.
Is it beer?
You say beer and the card does nothing in front of you.
It's made movements when it's close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like if I say alcohol, does anything happen?
No. As you guys muse about it, the chef will come out and kind of say, I heard the commotion. Anything wrong with my chicken?"
Your chicken was probably fine. The dog seems to be enjoying it. I didn't want a riddle.
"Oh, I was specifically told to include a riddle. I
know
usually
you were.
don't include them with supper requests. Usually they're...
Yes, we did request it.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask you a question. What kind of chef decides to do this sort of delicate endeavor?
Well, kind of pulls out under his hairy chest a symbol of Dalek. "He's the god I give patron to."
Why would a chef give patronage to Dalek?
Well, it all happened when I was a wee boy. Back 30 years ago.
I want this story, John. I am listening intently. I must know why a chef follows Dalek and not Arfin. Or at the very least, one of the sea gods.
When when I'm father, my father before him were all chefs. And when my father was instructing me on the art of culinary skill, he explained to me how he worshipped the god of mischief and trickery. And I always wondered, why would you worship such a god, and what does it have to do with cooking, as I guess you're wondering now.
Aye.
And like his father before him, he explained to me, and as I intend to explain to my child, if that day shall happen.
Unless you get tricked.
Maybe, I guess. Cooking sometimes has little surprises and a little bit of a missing ingredient. Experimenting with new things often can be disastrous. So, I'm told, when experimenting with different recipes and trying new things, to avoid those unwanted little surprises, you pray for the nice surprises, the ones you're not expecting, and it turns out better than you could have ever hoped. I've never looked back. And he looks at Judge D from my experiments with these cheese plates, first of their kind. Turned out they were greater than any dish I've ever made.
But you're converting people at a rate that's uncomfortable.
I ain't preaching to anybody. You asked. I just include a little riddle here and there to give homage to the gods.
Actually, I'm going to double check, because Ronald has been assuming something, but is there any indication that there is, like, symbology of Dalek on the things?
When you guys completed the one riddle, it faded out to his symbol, and then it spit out coins. But that was it.
Aye, but it definitely leaves his mark when you answer the question correctly.
Aye.
Wouldn't you call that prophecy, or not, God damn it, what's the term? Proselytization?
I mean, you can look for the signs of any god anywhere, giving bounties to people, or boons, I should say. You just have to look hard enough. And it's a reward for solving the riddle, and it's who you should give thanks for the reward, whether you want to worship him or not.
Anyway, it's just a riddle.
Yes.
The big deal is that how do I know that we're never going to end up with a Dalekian trick? Wouldn't this be the perfect place to give somebody a little something they didn't ask for in their food? Give them a nice little surprise? Give a big gift to Dalek that way?
Indeed. Like, I believe your friends found out the surprise of the cheese plate. Offered a great boon to you, I believe. A nice little surprise.
Sure does.
Yeah,
Not all surprises are bad.
What about the time when you gotta pay it back the other way to Dalek? When you have to make something taste like a boot, or make something nutty choke on something?
Listen, I don't know where you be getting your scriptures of Dalek, but I've never once had to play any foul tricks on anybody to earn his favor. Not that I claim to have his favor. I just produce these little riddles, and sometimes my food has unexpected boons to them. Whether that's the work of the gods or crazy happenstance, we'll never know.
This not be how I was taught about Dalek.
Many people believe many things about the gods. Why, just the other day I was hearing some people eating a bowl of cereal, claiming it was give thanks to the god cereal. I find that quite offensive, but, you know, some people...
I do as well.
Some people like to make their jokes.
Rumor is that in Aldebaran there's a cult that runs around barking for Arfin.
Why would... I don't understand.
Because the first part of his name, Arf Arf.
Ah! That's a good one! That should be a riddle! He just, like, holds his belly and laughs heartily. I'll remember that one!
I am fuming at this point.
That was a good one. I have to share that with everyone.
Right?
Arf, arf. Oh, that's a good one.
And so
He
it gets
has this
introduced to another
sense of
country,
humor.
another city. I have a sense of humor as well. You just don't get the jokes.
Where are you hiding it?
Ha ha ha, very funny. Looks like you got a sense of humor too.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Well, as much as I enjoyed this storytelling, I must get back in the kitchen. I just wanted to, I heard there was a clatter and people were upset with the food, so I wanted to make sure it was okay.
Not with the food, just with the riddles.
Would you like another chicken? Without the
No.
riddle.
Then yes.
Alright, coming right up.
No bad deals from Dalek, okay?
Aye.
Fair deals only.
He nods and he'll head back into the kitchen.
Alright, so, you're probably not gonna like this, but I really do think that we should end up pinching Lafuga.
Oh, during your conversation just now, Judge D will notice his breast pocket tingling.
What the fuck does that mean?
He has
there's like
one
a
of the
note.
riddle in his breast pocket.
Oh, that means we said a word that...
Pinch.
I'm not going to tell the word, but it was within the last, few minutes of conversation.
I want to pull out the thing and reread the riddle.
This one...
Or know which one it was.
Yeah. I don't know if he wrote it in his character sheet. If not, I will retype it in.
There's nothing on the sheet.
Okay, I'll retype it in. I just need to... Okay, yeah, you guys solved that one. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Where is it? Here. Oh, there we go, yes. You guys can keep talking about other stuff while I type this out.
Trying to remember what words were said.
No idea. Maybe when we see the riddle, it'll prompt something.
There you go.
Okay, so we agreed it wasn't pinch. Because pinch does nothing when we say it now.
Hmm.
Proselytizing.
No.
Chicken.
Shit, what other words do we say?
Barking.
Arf.
Platter.
Eating.
Mm.
Cereal.
As you guys are thinking about that, a new fresh braised chicken comes out. No riddle included.
Take a very small cut of it and taste it.
Yeah, it looks very well cooked. It's still juicy. It's probably maybe a little
before
overcooked.
I do this, I'm gonna say a prayer to Arfin that regardless of what it tastes like, that at least whatever this is, the deal is fair.
Sure.
And then I will cut it and take a bite.
Yeah, it has to taste a little bland. It's not as... It looks better than it tastes. For sure. Just tastes like a little bit dry chicken. It looked juicy, but then when you taste it, it feels like it would need some... I guess there's not really ketchup, but it would taste better if you had something to dip it in. Some sauce or something. It just it has a little dry taste to it. But otherwise, it's chicken.
Well, I definitely got fair. I didn't pay for it. And it tastes like nothing.
Hey, and
And that's
Judge D
everything?
makes an appearance.
Oh, Judge D.
We didn't start till
Your
like 8.
character is a totally different person now. He's a
I
person
gave
now.
myself the special ability, no regrets.
Cool. Everyone's in the right spot.
Nice.
They're just musing on some more riddles.
Oh, boy.
Your original riddle that was in your breast pocket started vibrating a bit as they just had some conversation, but they can't remember what word they said.
Riddle.
Riddle me this, Batman. What is the original riddle? I'm sorry, guys.
Father.
No.
Oh,
sorry.
did you solve it?
No, it's in the chat. The new one is above it, and the one below is the original one that you had.
Trick.
It'll murmur a little bit at that. It'll make a little
Lie.
No, it'll stop buzzing at that.
It can be done in someone's face or out of the other side of your... No, that's the original one. What speaks in all languages in his writing? Or is it writing?
Writing.
Okay, that's all right.
Keep going.
And his mouth spits the poison of life or death. It is silent when it rests, and it is deaf like a boy.
The last part of there, I think that's a reference to the time period it was written, so I don't understand it. So I would just ignore the, after ended is deaf, I would ignore the rest.
John likes to get us old school fucking riddles.
It's from this book I
like
bought, but it says when it's
John
from...
found the book that says, it says the oldie time riddles, with the Thoric Y at the top. What doth a maiden haveth when,
So
is it two cows?
Trick makes the done out of the side of someone's face vibrate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tease.
Yeah, it's kind of like murmuring a little bit. It's like...
It can be done to someone. Okay, so which one are we working on? Number 1 or number 2?
The bottom one, it can in someone's face.
Wow.
Oh, ploosh! The card transforms into the symbol.
I didn't hear that
of-
word.
Say
Laugh.
Yeah,
Good job, Zoo.
the
Wow.
symbology
So
of
it's wow.
Dalek and 10,
It's laughing. Yeah.
10 platinum coins spit out of this card.
What is laughing out of the other side of your mouth?
You can laugh out of the side of your mouth.
The other side of your mouth?
Other is just, I don't know, it feels like it's there to be a little bit of throw off.
Could
But-
somebody explain the riddle to me? I don't get it.
So you can laugh in someone's face, you can laugh out of the side of your mouth, and it's not spit or kissing.
The whole laugh out of the side of your mouth is confusing to me.
And what's the answer?
Laughing. Or laugh. I think it works. I think it works very well.
Yeah, you can laugh out the other side of your mouth. Yeah. Okay.
Disagree. This must be Canadian.
We show
Hey, no, this book is written by an American, I'm pretty sure.
From
He's got-
what, 1594?
No, he's got a PhD. I don't know. He just sourced the...
It's
The book is like he
Education
sourced
don't
these...
impress me much, John.
He allegedly sourced a lot of these riddles from different cultures and ancient things. So they're like kind of oldish riddles.
so this is the Jamestown Colony.
Yeah, I don't know. This
What are
one's
you going to
specific-
do with
The
your...
book is called Roanoke.
Yes.
What are you going to do with your winnings, Zoo?
Oh, apparently this one's from Aristotle. Just so you know. Anyway.
Oh, gross.
Aris-
Who cares?
This one is from Aristotle?
Allegedly, that's what he says. It should be noted that... Oh no, he just excuses Aristotle's interpretation of how it makes sense or something.
Is it the truth? Because he's obsessed with the truth.
It's about like metaphors and stuff. He's saying like what A is to B is C is to D, and A is to B, C is to D is Aristotle thing or something. And they're saying that's how
Yeah,
this riddle like is formed or something.
I'm just going to start writing out topics for books I've read by Aristotle. Experience, beauty, truth, slavery.
So he explains this by
What makes a horse?
the meaning of laugh to the answer of this riddle are metaphorical, as in to laugh in someone's face, to show contempt for someone, and to laugh outside the other someone's mouth, to feel embarrassed after realizing one is in the wrong, and feeling satisfaction about something. These are the meanings built into the riddle. That's what he wrote.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it a tongue?
For the top one?
Yeah.
There's no, it doesn't do anything to that.
Okay.
Damn. John didn't even give me a, you're close. He gave me a, no.
What about a throat?
No.
Vocal cords.
What speaks in all languages in his writing, and his mouth spits the poison of life or death. I think we all know that's Jesus. I know you pagans weren't willing to answer that, but I think it's Jesus.
No.
All right, fine. I think it's Buddha.
Nice, thank you. Is it love?
No.
Are you saying love doesn't speak all language, John? I never.
I'm just saying the answer to this specific riddle is not love.
Last time I checked, love didn't spit the poison of life or death.
Romeo and Juliet.
I don't know. You've never been in a bad codependent relationship.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet was not a love story. Romeo and Juliet was two people that really wanted to fuck and then didn't consummate that relationship, and so they just killed themselves instead.
Jesus.
I think that is the most valid interpretation of Romeo and Juliet, and I stand by that. And I think if their parents would have let them experience a moment of intimacy, both those kids would have been still alive.
And they both would have stopped caring about each other almost instantly.
It'd have been over.
Yeah.
Or at least snog, as they say in Harry Potter.
This is yet another example of how in J.K. Rowling's universe, she used the stupidest words as fill-ins for, like, very cool things.
It was terrible because as I was reading it, and I think I already knew you, I was like, this word is so fucking distracting.
I thought that was like a British slang. I don't think she made that up, did she? That was just British slang, no?
I didn't think it was. Is Snaga?
That's what I thought, but maybe
Snog
not.
is kissing.
Yeah, I thought it was like a British slang for kissing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought she had just used
No,
that to,
I'm pretty sure she didn't make that up, but I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
No,
it
that's
is. It's
not
British slang for
specific to
kissing
Harry
or
Potter.
making out.
Yeah, I assumed a lot of that slang comes because she's British, so I just assumed.
Well, I'm sorry to any British people that ever hear me say this. I meant no offense.
Your slang is so stupid.
It is a terrible, terrible slang word.
In Ireland, earthenware is called Delf because a popular brand of cookery that was very popular in Ireland was made in Delf, Finland.
Speaking of Ireland, you missed the party went into a bar in this play. I don't know if you've heard this before.
No.
You'll recognize it. I don't think Charles can hear it, can he?
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't hear the music either.
Really? What do you mean?
I
I've been
don't know. There's something with my computer where it lets me hear Zoom and not the other things, even though I have it open.
Put a lot of work into my music picks. It's okay.
I mean, just ask
John.
Steven to fix it.
Is it a pen?
It's yes, the riddle is solved.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Very good.
Another 10 platinum spits out of the card.
I am the riddle champ in that I have solved 2. And I'd like to end the game tonight on that winning streak.
Well done.
Steve is watching. I was gonna say, weren't you there when I said, "All right, we're not playing any more games because I finally won one and I just can't handle this losing anymore."
So the other thing that we talked about though while you were gone is pinching Lafuga for the 8,000 gold that he's worth instead of doing Lafuga's quest.
How much is he worth?
8,000 gold.
What is this guy doing?
That's
Sketch.
yeah. The business is supposed to be a like a book production company or a bookbinding company. That's what that building is registered as. So they're clearly, obviously operating significantly outside of the law.
Since you guys have been solving riddles, the name of that company kind of just Judge D in character and out of character, you solved that riddle. The name of the company that owns that building is called Morrison & Co. It seems to resonate with you. It seems to mean something. maybe to those that are looking for it.
Yeah, that's what they used to call everybody in the doors.
You can give me an in check. It's something in character I want your character to figure out, but out of character, I don't think you have the knowledge of the world to put it together.
Oh, I don't have any knowledge of anything. I'm just here to be ratty.
It's very in character for you to figure out. So yeah, Judge D, after you're like thinking about all these facts from the day, relaxing, and kind of Morrison and Co. Maroc kind of like springs to your head. It sounds like a pseudonym for talking about Maroc, probably.
Oh.
Which is a city to the north in Maldonia that is known for an assassin's guild, and shady people usually work for them. So this is all just kind of seem tangentially related.
This may be, as you humans call a tangent, and then I give them all that information, but this is what I've been able to piece together.
Rumor is there's bad stuff about Maroc. So this just kind of adds to it. The problem is, I don't want your reputation to be put in a weird situation there, D. I know you've been trying to build a name for yourself.
Yeah, but I've been trying to build a name for myself was legit. And if these guys are going to risk my future through misrepresentation, I'm willing to take the hit if it prevents me from having future business. Like, it's one thing to not finish a quest. It's another thing to be misled on a quest. And then the person is way more mobbed up than I anticipate. You know what I mean?
Aye.
You just want a little corruption. You don't want a whole lot on you.
Well, perhaps you'd be trying to set up another arrangement with him. Let him know that you lost the location, and that you need to know where again you're supposed to be bringing him to.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. What's the, asking out of character? What's our game plan? We're looking to turn him in?
Yeah, looking to turn him in.
Yep.
I assume we're shutting the operation down as well.
I mean, yeah, that'll probably happen as a byproduct, I'm assuming.
We are waiting to get some information from Gabby, but we have to make a decision before he'll be able to get back to us.
And I feel like it's better that we act sooner than later.
Okay, so what exactly are you asking me to do, Stavancio?
Well, if you know the place that we can go back to, or you know how we can get in contact with them, then we can try to get them there.
Lafugo?
Yeah.
I mean,
you could just say that you don't, you lost the address that you're supposed to take the guard to, or that you're supposed to escort the person to.
I mean, wouldn't it be better to have me get arrested and then the job not go through?
Well, we can't really get you arrested. We need to figure out a way. Let's talk about this. Oh, actually, did I take the spell? No, I didn't. I meant to, but I didn't. Actually, a day passed in between. Can I have taken Silent Table for the day?
Sure.
Okay. So I do have it on here. So I will cast Silent Table. So we can have this as a much more private conversation. So we need some kind of way that we can manage to get in a situation where we can meet up with him and he doesn't think that we're coming after him for something. That worry I have is if he's got spies that are following you, since we made the job, the jig might be up already.
Would it be best to complete the job and then lure him out with that?
Is he going to be the one paying you?
Yeah.
Then maybe that is the way to go.
Well, I'm going to do an intelligence recall to make sure that I'm correct in that.
Yeah, no need to check. You can remember he paid you half, and you're supposed to collect the other half from him upon successful completion of the mission.
So I say we complete the mission, and then when we arrange the payment, then we snap the trap on him.
Yeah, and if he asks like why, if at first he asks, if he says like he's worried about why we were doing those things, we can just say we thoroughly vet anyone that asks.
Hey, you know, that's been a thing. I have vetted everyone I've worked for very thoroughly. And not just taking jobs because people offered me work in the middle of a town.
All right, well, how about for you, Osrin? Does doing something a little above the law or beyond the law or whatever meet your deal, as long as we're gonna get bring the person to justice in the end anyway?
I mean,
we could even bring the person that we're convincing into it by telling them we're gonna bring them to a specifically different location on purpose.
Do you think you would go along with it?
I think if we went and met with the person who's the inspector, and we told him that, like, hey, we've got a plan for how to catch La Fuga, who we believe is behind the book thing.
Yeah, but it's someone who works for the city, so he might just say he's not going along with this, and the city would want to take over.
Then we'll explain that the guy will be gone by the time he ever gets anywhere close. They're keeping an eye out for him, specifically.
I don't know. I feel like you could try telling the inspector and see what happens. I just would prefer... I don't know that you really need me for this.
Well, we'll need you to take down La Fuga.
I mean, I'm not going to kill him, right? We're just trying to take him in.
Well, he's going to fight, and we don't know what kind of resources he's going to have to protect himself. I'm assuming he's not going to have zero resources at his disposal to protect himself.
And how do we know that it'll actually be him that would come to do the payment? Why wouldn't he just send somebody?
These kind of arrangements seem like they're very person to person. You can't really trust somebody if a third party's doing the thing. I could be wrong, though, obviously.
I don't feel great about this.
Well, I have an idea. Perhaps I can pray for some guidance tomorrow and see whether or not this would be a good or bad outcome.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. I understand.
All right, then I need to go pick up some things. I'll be back in a little bit.
I respect your character's ethical stance, by the way, and my character does not agree with it in any way, shape, or form. But you're solid. Judge G respects your stance.
John, I'm gonna get. I need to pick up some incense, and some marked sticks or bones.
Yeah, all of this can be easily purchased within the city.
Yep. So tomorrow morning, then I will burn the incense. I can't spell the word incense. So I'm going to copy this here.
INCENS.
I got it. I'm just copy pasting. So I got some incense. What would he want is a scent, because it's not scent required. Think on that. And then here, if in getting sticks, can he instead get like very thin? Can he make like very thin strips of metal?
Sure.
That have like little marks on them?
Yep.
Okay.
What spell are you casting?
I'm going to be doing augury.
Oh.
And these will be thin strips of brass.
All right.
Worth at least 25 gold.
And those are not consumed. They're the focus.
Those parts are not consumed because they're the focus.
Gotcha.
And the incense that he will burn. don't know what kind of sense you can actually get in incense.
Frankenstein sense.
Wonder.
Yeah, whenever you've gotten your materials ready and you make your request, just roll me a private D100 to see your chance of success.
Yeah. 1 second here. Yeah, I'll figure out what his scent would be at another time, because that's going to be something I want to think on. But yeah, I will roll the percent chance of success, and I would like highs. Nice.
Zoo, huh?
That was supposed to be me. I must be clicked on zoo. Yeah, I'm clicked on zoo by mistake. That's why.
I asked
But that
for
was
it to
me.
be private. You're not supposed to know if you fail or not.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I'll re-roll it. It should be private. That is fair. I forgot to do that. It still shows me it. I did it the wrong way. Sorry.
I think you can do a blind GM.
I did.
roll or
Yeah,
something.
it's blind. I forgot that private also shows it to you. So I probably failed there, but
Yeah, you cast your spell, and you know that it only seasons the future about half an hour or so.
yeah. But this would be like if we. My question is, if we told the inspector about our plan, would he be willing to go along with it? Would we get good results or would we get bad results?
You hear the fair and stern voice respond to you. Weal and woe.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means. In the Forgotten Realms, it means you're going to kill a lot of humans.
It means that there is some like good result in it and some bad result for it. I feel like the bad result is probably we will increase our notoriety, and that they'll want us to be more involved in stuff. That will be the woe, but the weal will be that he would be willing to somewhat like participate in the actions, and that there will be at least financial benefit or other benefit to us. But that is inference. I cannot know anything for certain.
Such as abjuration, right?
But I will for now check the incense off my list. But I will let you guys know. All right, so not just that this is a good action, a positive interaction. If we were to tell the cleric or the person about what would happen or what our plan is, so maybe it's not necessarily in our best interest to tell him everything, or maybe even tell him at all.
I don't like that you get such a vague answer. I'm just going to add on a little bit. So you also will get things are not as they appear. This task brings about Dalek's trickery. That is what you'll receive, along with the Wheel and Woe.
I wonder if the inspector's not actually an inspector. I wonder if what we're leading the inspector to is also his death.
That sounds like a possibility.
Seems like we're really being played here. I'm even my love of money doesn't consider this worth it at this point.
I'm not disagreeing there.
We got the information on the location he's supposed to be sent to. Should we investigate that?
That's a good idea.
Man, Zoo, you are like the fucking... What's the word I'm looking for? The ace there.
Perhaps the two of you sneak on over to there and take a look. I'll flick, since D is not necessarily as good as Zoo at stealthing, I'll flick Zoo the Ring of Invisibility, or D the Ring of Invisibility, and the two of them can go sneak around and investigate the area.
All right, let's do some scouting.
Alrighty.
In the meantime, I'm going to be throwing together a small item for myself, but yes. Yeah.
The Hammer of Thunderbolts. Small item.
Alright, I will bring you all to a map just for player knowing what's going on, but anyone who's actually there, you can roll me your stealth checks as you check out the location.
Zoo, that check is so incredible.
Does that include your invis or no?
Zoo's not invis, Osrin's invis.
Osrin, okay.
Yeah.
Is Osrin there or Judge D?
Or not Osrin, D. Sorry,
Yeah, Judge
D.
D.
Because you two have the best stealth, the two best stealths in the party.
I just hit take 20. Shit. There we go.
And
So that's
then
before the plus 20.
So, ooh, holy schmoly poly.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all over that.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of the orphan music as you guys are doing some sneaky.
41, huh, Zoo? That's some showing off there with a 41.
All right. Yeah, Zoo and Judge D, you can let me know what you're looking for, but before you is a map of the building. It's a pretty smallish building. There's a stairs that leads up to a front door that's closed. Your stealth check can let you get like a perimeter of it, so there is another back door to the building that you can see. I'll just bring you around as I describe this. Judge D and Zoo. So if you're moving your character to the other side of the building, you can see that there is windows that you can pass by and look inside. But there's a locked door or a door that's closed on that side. While you're passing through the window, you can see that there are some armed people in the room. In this location, there is 2 orcs and a human with a spear. Judge D, you can see that through a window as you pass by. They're talking. You can't hear what they're saying out here. What else do you see? Zoo, you can also see that as well. I think that's all you guys will see going through sides of the building.
I'm going to whisper very softly in Goblin. What does it look like on the, what does it look like? How tall is the building?
It's a 1-story building, so it's like this staircase leads up. I mean, it might have a basement or something, but as far as you can tell, it's just this 1-floored building. It's about 5 feet off the ground. And how big it is, it looks to be 75 foot long, 45 foot across.
What do you think we should do? We've walked the whole summit of the building?
Yeah, you and Zook, that was your stealth check. You got around the building, and it didn't. You looked in the window. You saw there's 2 orcs, armed, sword and shield, just kind of chilling, talking to a human with a spear, female human. They're just talking amongst each other. They don't look to be at attention or anything, and you couldn't really hear what they were saying unless you opened the window, but I assume you didn't want to do that. But
No. Well, you want to open the window? We could be really bold.
Or is there a door somewhere close to them we could like peek open and listen through?
there is the closest door to them is the back door in the back of the building, but it doesn't seem to lead into that room that they are in. It's closer to them.
I think I'm still gonna try and like stealth the door open and try and see if I can get any bit of
Well, you
their
might want to
conversation.
make sure to check for traps.
Yeah, let me do my due diligence there.
Yeah, I'll just move everyone to the other side of the building. And yeah, you can give me perception and a disable device afterwards if you're confident with it. That's a knowledge local. You know everything about this local area.
And did I hit the wrong one?
Yeah.
I did. Okay.
But I'll still use your natural 20. What's your bonus on perception?
It is 23.
Yeah, this door is clear. Jesus. Oh, you take 20. Okay. I was like, what?
No.
Yeah, this door, there's no traps. But it is indeed locked by an average-looking lock. With that perception, you can hear some murmurs on the other side of the door. Some, like, grunts here and there. But that is enough to move your tools in the lock, and it unlocks.
I put my fingers up to my lips like we both don't know, like in like the old silent movies where, there's no sound, but they're still shushing each other. I make a motion like, do you want to go first?
I'll nod.
All right. Yeah. You can give me a stealth check, and then when you give me the stealth check, you can click the door open, and I'll just say you've peeked it open, that you can look in with your stealth check to see if they notice you, if there is anyone on the other side of the door.
Oh.
Holy schmoly. All right. Yeah, you can look inside and see what you see. There are two orcs that you can see that are talking amongst themselves near this fireplace. Do not seem to notice you one bit, or that the door has opened. They seem to be involved in their conversation. If you want, you can listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to what they're saying.
Sure, give me a D100, see what you overhear. Very good. You'll hear them. Do you speak Orcish?
No.
Oh, I haven't picked my language for this level. I speak Orcish.
Ha!
Sure. If you actually do have Orcish, then I will tell you what they're saying.
No, so I thought I was going to be here. So I was going to leave I left my language slot open for us to debate what it was.
I think Orcish would be the next most rational. We've encountered orcs before. We've been encountering a lot of orcs recently. I think it's a useful language to have on hand.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, for this level, then I'm taking Orcish. Where's it at again? I can never remember. Is it summary?
Attributes bottom left.
Okay. No, because we went through this with Mag, and what we did was we were always making sure to take languages that would be useful to the party. Because if not, you just end up with everybody taking Eklo.
Yeah, Judge D, you'll overhear this conversation. Zoo, you're not sure what they're saying unless you speak Orc. But in Orcish, they'll be saying, I don't know how long we're supposed to wait around here. That stupid rat guy's supposed to be here, and we're supposed to get him. I don't know how this is working, but
Oh, no, they didn't.
I hope it's easy. He said he's supposed to be here with not many people, so I guess we'll just wait here for him to come. Yeah, you'll overhear them talking about this.
At first, Judge D's mind is like, oh, that poor rat guy. Wait a minute, that's me.
It's me, Mario.
It's a me, rat guy. Oh. Okay. Oh man, we really can't beat Delta Force here and come busting in and kicking down the door. I have faith in Zoo's combat abilities. I have no faith in mine. So I'm gonna signal for Zoo that we're walking out.
You can't really signal to each other.
No.
I guess you can pull. You can like try to figure out where she is and grab at her, but she's or no, I guess she's visible. But
fuck! I'm invisible.
You're invisible.
Yeah. I'll speak quietly as possible in Goblin that we need to go.
I will as quietly as possible shut the door behind me.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
This fucking guy.
Oh, look at that check.
Whew. As you whisper, this guy hears something and says, "Oh, what was that?" And by the time he looks over, the door is closed, and
52.
You can hear some walking.
Once again, bragging, Zoo. Once again, bragging with a 52. I
You
cannot
guys-
believe that.
Yeah, you guys can scurry off, and you'll see the door open and him kind of walk out and look around, but you guys will be already gone by then. And he'll go back in.
All right. So,
I guess collect us and let's just go meet up with that person. Let's act like everything is normal, but we won't have surprise dropped on us.
I'm kind of for that.
We'll just go up there and be like, oh yeah, we're your escorts. And do like the laziest attempt at this ever. Or we can just go there intentionally without the guy even with us.
What do you think? I wanna capture this fake inspector.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now the inspector could just be a patsy, but it doesn't seem like it.
Right.
So.
We can just go and say like, oh yeah, the queen said we're supposed to be here to protect you on your way there. There's been a lot more riotous behavior in the streets against city officials. But it's been on the guards have been doing a good job keeping on the hush, but that's why guards have been posted at every gate and in various places along the streets.
Okay. Yeah, I think we bring him with us, and then we get the drop on them.
All right, yeah. So you want to go?
Hey, now they're trying to hurt me. What have I done to them? I'm just a rat trying to earn a living.
Yeah.
I
So
personally am offended.
the whole party's agrees with the plan then.
I have one question.
Yeah.
If we take all these people down, would Lafuga know that we're on to him, and therefore maybe I don't know.
Oh, he'll probably try to escape. Yeah, 100%. So the other option is that we take the inspector straight to the place, but then the jig is going to be up obviously that way too. We could also run this in two separate groups. We could have one group go to Lafuga and the other group go to... Oh, you know what we could do? Perhaps tell Gabby to send a different team to deal with one of the two scenarios. Like if there's another team, we have Gabby send one team to deal with the delivery and the place where the stuff is supposed to go, where the inspector's supposed to be led to. Or we take care of the stuff the inspector's supposed to do and have Gabby send somebody to take care of Lafuga. But I don't think we
take
can
care
do
of
both.
Lafuga.
Well, I mean, we could go straight to the book burning place, or the book burning
Yeah.
place. I'll call it the book
Nice
burning place. Let's just keep
combination.
it that way. We could just go straight to the book burning place, but I have a feeling Lafuga's not going to be there.
Well, he may not want to be there because if things go south and I live, right, he knows I'm going to come looking for him specifically. So how much time do we have until the event actually occurs?
You're supposed to do this tomorrow.
So if we're going to try to catch Lafuga, it's probably better now than later. But this doesn't give us a great window. Because it's going to look really weird that we're showing up today. But we probably aren't going to get him tomorrow.
And just a reminder, you were supposed to plan, or you already did, purchase the fake raven to be delivered, but you were supposed to take out the other raven so he doesn't receive the actual location and gets the fake location.
My character's now going to have a pet raven. This is too late, John. This is now.
Well, I think you already commissioned the raven to go there, right, and deliver the message.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we rented the raven.
Yeah.
Not bought a raven.
Yeah. So you've already.
How dare you, Michelle? How dare you cancel my raven creed?
So the current plan is tomorrow morning your raven that you've rented is going to go there with your fake the location that you just went to but you had to still come up with a way to stop the original raven to give him the actual location, which I think you bought some arrows to like incapacitate it or something, but you still have to be like posted out there to stop it. Just wanted to remind you if you still want to do that.
What do we think?
Is it even going to have the incorrect? The original raven even have the incorrect location if the inspector is in on it.
Ooh, my oh my! Look at you! I know who I want on my team for skullduggery now. Wow. It may have the same address twice, right? Just to make sure I get through that place so they can waylay me. We just don't honestly know.
Right, but the raven could be a test of whether or not we're onto it as well.
I think we should go through the motions of the plan either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we rented a raven, guys. We rented a raven.
I'll go along with it.
So
yeah,
I want to talk to Gabby though, and I do want Gabby to keep an eye out on that building, or have somebody keep an eye out on that building, since we believe Lafuga may either try to leave there is either not there or may be trying to leave there in the next little while, and maybe they can have somebody at least posted that sees where he ends up going if he happens to leave at any given point. But I have a funny feeling Lafuga's not anywhere around here anymore.
So you want them to surveil the original place that you guys went to see him there?
Yeah, to see if they can see him there.
Sure.
At any point.
Yeah, he'll send 2 good stealthy rogues to surveil the place.
Okay. In the meantime, they can do their thing with the raven, and then I guess we'll walk right into an ambush on purpose.
It's not an ambush if you're on purpose, right?
Listen.
Not to get too technical.
So
but, if you know you're walking into an ambush.
What's the plan with the raven? Anymore. Just so I have it down pat. What are you guys doing with the raven?
I shoot down the original raven, and then our raven comes in and gives them the correct note.
So you're staking
kill the
out.
Raven?
No, I'm attempting to just knock out the raven, but I might accidentally kill it.
Because it does have to fall from the sky.
Yeah.
Yes, so are you just staking out the Emerald Brooch, their kind of tower where they get their messages? You're just sitting out there with your bow waiting for a raven?
Yes, and I'm going to hire 5 commoners to catch the raven should it start to fall from the sky. I'm going to say I'll give you each 2 coppers if you prevent this raven from hitting the ground.
For real?
If you guys don't object to it, yes.
Sure, I just didn't know if you want this to be a stealthy affair or everyone's kind of know you guys are shooting ravens out of the sky that are being...
No, we want it to
pay
be
a street urchin.
I'm paying street urchins for their indiscretion.
Sure, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I know what's going on.
Yeah, give them a full gold piece if they'll catch the bird and not tell anybody about it.
Yes, and the bird is unharmed.
I am
Okay.
going to.
Oh, I'll offer them Turkish delight, like Baron Timo. Sorry.
I'm gonna look around the area around the tavern and see if there's a place where I could like do it from the shadows, so I'm not like in the middle of the street shooting a raven.
Yeah. Give me your take 20 perception. You can take your time, look around. Take 2 minutes. Nice. Yeah, you can find a nice little balcony that's unoccupied. Doesn't look like there's anyone living in this little building. You can perch out and easily have a good shot. Any ravens or crows or any type of bird in or out of this tower on top of the elbow brooch. You do see some pigeons and stuff going back and forth throughout the day, but you're looking for a black crow, you were told. Which you will see that evening. And you can take your shot.
I would like to first make sure it does not have a purple band around.
Yes, it does not have that.
Okay, then I
Red
will.
band.
A red band.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll a shot?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I get 2 attacks?
If you have 6 BAB, you can choose not to take it, though. You can take it if you want. I guess if your first shot missed, you could take another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it if I miss the first shot.
Yeah, it auto rolled the second attack with no worries. The first one is a hit. And you're
Look
using
at that shit.
a blunt arrow. Very nice. Let's see. Nice. It falls out of the sky, and you paid 5 commoners to try and catch this thing?
Yeah. And a
They
gold
run
piece
into
reward
each other
goes
trying
to
to
the one
catch
that, yeah, catches it and brings it in alive.
Yeah, a bunch of them miss, but one guy will actually catch it and cradle it as it's, like, passed out alive. With
All right, I'm going to give him his gold piece and say, mum's the word.
The other commoners look. I thought you said we all got a gold piece for doing this.
I'll give you all a silver now. Be quiet and scram.
Oh, okay. They'll take their silver pieces and scram.
I didn't offer them all a silver gold piece. Nice try, hustlers. I appreciate their game, but I'm not playing it.
But yeah, you look at the raven's leg. It does have a parchment attached to it.
All right, we're going to take it off and see what it says.
It has the original location that you were at, so not the new one that you just went to. It has the one that you were not supposed to bring him to on it.
Well, I appreciate their dedication to the bit. You know, hey, maybe the guy is not in on it.
As you're looking at it, it doesn't seem to be any official document or any seal of the crown. Just has a piece of paper, piece of parchment saying that location that you were at, where you met Lafuga originally.
Okay, yeah, so this is probably just to make it look legit, but they didn't really put the full effort into it. It's just shoddy work. Like, you couldn't even put a royal crest on there. If you're going to attempt to waylay me, commit. Commit.
But maybe this is a good spot to stop. I'll give you guys experience.
I got to tell you, I got so amped up I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
Yeah, John, we took out that raven. I definitely want the XP for that raven.
Yeah, no,
Okay?
I was giving you XP for the raven.
Better give us the XP for the raven. I want my 5 XP, John.
I think it's more than that. How much is it?
I thought it was like 25 or something.
65.
So kobolds,
Oh, 65. Oh, man.
Dang.
A little
so
over 10
kobolds used to
experience.
be like 3 XP each, and they came in like lots of 300. So you'd be like 150 away from XP. So we'd set up a kobold encounter, and then you'd kill 300 kobolds for the 900 XP divided amongst the party, so you could level up. And it would take hours to do that, but it was like, you know what I mean? XP grabbing, so you just kind of rolled with it.
XP has been doled out, including your 65 for the raven. And,
oh man, we're rocking it now.
I'll end stream here unless there's anything anyone wants on the record before I shut it down.
Nope.
And just like to say, go team.
Go team, go! Good job solving the riddles and everything. And yeah, stream
Yes,
going
good
down.
job.